and welcome back to another video. It's me, Krashy, again, talking about I guess I'm talking about Gears of War technically, but as you can see by the title, I'm going to be talking about the difference between matchmaking and the difference between the ranking system. I often see a little bit of misconception between the difference, and maybe it's just not well defined. I'm actually going to talk about how matchmaking could work, and certain types of ranking systems and things like that. So I'm going to be focusing on a specific type, and so if that's, I don't know, it's just how I'm choosing to do it. It's the one that I enjoy the most, so it's going to be the one that I'm really choosing to focus on. So first off, the matchmaking system is, and this is the one I think is important to understand, because it is, people use the term properly, but I'm not necessarily sure they understand it in its entirety. So matchmaking is the system that is in place in a game that should allow a match to be created evenly. And I say evenly as in, Team A and Team B should be close enough in skill that the game should not be super one-sided one way or the other. Now, with that said, that does not mean, like in Gears of War, for example, there still can't be a 7-0. You know what I mean? Like, it comes down to teamwork and how people still play. But in the system's eyes, it should create an even match. Now, the ranking system, it's the back end that's developed to give you your ranking, your value essentially, and to give you the option to progress. It's not actually has anything to do with the matchmaking system in terms of how a match is created. Now, with that said, they are correlated together very specifically based on your value, and that could be, like I said, I'm going to be focusing on elo, but for example in Gears 4, based on your value or what rank you are, so whether you're diamond or silver 1 or gold, that value should then be taken into account by the matchmaking system to help pair you with other players of equal or close skill. Now, the reason I wanted to bring up elo, because elo is a system where you are actually assigned a number value, and based on a few factors, that number is going to go up or it's going to go down. Now, I'm going to keep it really, really simple. Let's say you start out at an elo of 1,000. Every player, when they first get the game, they first are, able to play some ranked, they have 1,000 elo. You play your ranked games, the matchmaker should then take your 1,000 elo and put you as close to other players that are around 1,000. That could be 800 to 1,000. That could be 1,000 to 1,200, something like that. Hopefully you're not like 1,000 versus 2,000 players or paired up with 2,000 players, because that could get a little bit wonky. So that's what the matchmaker's job is to do. Now, elo is great for that, because what it should do is it should take your elo and your 4 teammates' elo, add them up together, you'll have a grand number, divide that by 5, boom, there's your team's average. Now, you should take your team's average and show it against your enemy team's average, and now you will know which team is higher with elo and which team should be, projected to win, or should be predicted to win, rather. So this, and I hate to say it again, this is very similar, if not exactly what Overwatch does. And it's beautiful because you have a very clear understanding of how the ranking system works based on your elo. You know that for whatever predetermined number range, that will be a certain division, like Silver 1, Silver 2. So the ranking system we would want in a game like Gears, the ranking system I would love to see is a ranking system where certain elo or MMR ranges equal a certain division. So like I said, you start at 1,000, and even though you're in your placements, that should technically be like silver. You know what I mean? Like the low end of silver. And as you do your matchmaking, as you play your games, it goes up and it goes down. So if you have 5 placement matches and you lose all 5, that 1,000 at the end of those 5 matches should probably be around 800 or less, or something like that. And then when you get placed, your bronze or your silver 1, you know what I mean? Like you're at the bottom of silver. So I think a system like that is very beneficial, because you have a full transparency of it. And I think matchmaking in general, the system would work more clearly, because it would be taking numerical values, and that's based on whether you won or lost. Now, understand, a system like that is very nice. You get a really clear understanding of where you fall to an extent, because everything is subject to the randomness of human error. And I say that because you could be a very strong player and you could get the worst luck of the draw every single game during your placements and get absolutely fucked and get stuck in silver. And then now you have to use your skill to carry yourself up. So there is some, there's some gray in there, but essentially in time, and this is a fact, in time, good players will go up, bad players will go down, and eventually everybody will plateau at about their skill level. Now, if you are improving as a player, you should see elo improvements. So, just to clarify, a ranking system is the system in place that should assign you your value, how you get to bronze, what elo range you belong to, things like that. The matchmaking system should take that value and help create even games. So when you see people say like, oh my god, the matchmaking sucks, that should be in reference to how uneven the game was, how poor their teammates were, something like that. And overall, I just definitely think that there's room for improvements like that. And the Overwatch system is just so well done. I mean, we've seen systems like that in the past before. You've seen like old League of Legends, like starting you out at 1200 elo, and the higher you got, the better you were. And it's a simple system that is not perfect, but does really even out in time. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to give the differences and give a clear understanding and what I'd like to see in terms of matchmaking and elo and ranking systems for Gears of War 4. I'd love to hear your thoughts below. I'd love to hear what you think about having a numerical value attached to your actual, gamer tag for Gears 4. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you stayed through to the end, please do not leave without leaving a like, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Take it easy.